baby girl, baby girl. Because I'd be rooting for you. Even just the other day, I was telling Kathami, yo, have you noticed how Shakilla has just classed it up? You know, we used to know the very ratchet Shakilla. She was doing the most. With her and her Eriko Mundi stance, it was horrible. With her and Extendala and those lives they used to do during COVID, it was brutal, it was distasteful. But however, if you all have been watching, she has really classed it up. You know, like she looks classy. I even watched her interview with Eve Mungai and was like, ooh, this girl looks nice. Like she was articulating herself. And I was like, you know what? There is potential. You know, you started off ratchet, but here you are transitioning into a better version of yourself. And I was here for it because look at this babe. She is beautiful. She is so beautiful and she's so young and she has so much potential. However, it's like the minute you speak very well about Shakilla, just something just happens. It's like the demons are listening because why are you hanging out with KRG the Don? Why? Why? And then she goes on to, you know, like give us hints, talking about an ex who became a friend. Girl, what you do? Do you have the picture? Apparently they were hanging out and she put up a picture and a video of them looking very close, talking about he was once an ex and now they're best friends. You know what? Good for you. But for you to be associating yourself with a person like KRG the Don, it just pokes hole into the story because now we're thinking it's a clout thing. You guys want to get a few numbers and then he releases a song. So why is he using you? You know, even if you were just genuinely hanging out, why go to such lengths, there are people you can call exes. Others, you just keep quiet with that deep, shameful secret. Not that there's anything wrong with KRG the Don, but as a babe, it's not the brand you want to associate yourself with. However, she didn't stop there. She did go on to say, it is true I have been with 97 men because I was a porn addict. I wasn't in a relationship at the time. It was just for leisure and it just stopped. I think I grew out of it. I am now actually set on clocking 40 days without doing anything. I want to be celibate. Well and good. But then I will constantly say this, there is something attractive about being mysterious. Something attractive about everyone not knowing your business. Because now why do we know you have 72 body count? You know, it was very unnecessary information that was offered up and we did not need to know it because you've been looking classy, Shakilla. You've been classing it up. You've been less dramatic. You have been taking a good path. So now for you to reveal that you've been sleeping with 97 men, can you take a book from Kamenegoro? Because she revealed, the people she had been with.
Yeah, her body
and
count.
It was such a backlash from everyone around her, to people calling her names, to people doing the most, simply because she was living her truth. Again, Gen Z and millennials, we have this thing about, I want to live in my truth. I want people to know the real me. It's not a must, okay? It's lie to the people, lie to the masses. Because at the end of the day, all we want is just to laugh about something, be entertained, and then we move on. And people will do the most with pseudo accounts, with calling you names. It's not every day you have to put on that thick skin. Sometimes it's just okay for people to say, you're very pretty. And that's it. It doesn't have to be associated with a scandal. And for you being celibate, well and good. It's actually, apparently, it opens other channels for you when you're very celibate. That energy, you redirect it into other things, and we're looking forward to that. But that's just about it. And I was like, is it clout? Is it true you were actually with KRG the Don? And if you were, why did you feel the need to mention? Because he didn't mention it. He did not associate himself with you. You were doing the most. So why would you do that, Shakilla? Why?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes there's a level of being in the public eye and you being the talk of town that does fuel some people. It's like you cannot stay out of people's mouths or people's lips because it fuels you in some way. It makes you feel relevant, and you maintaining that relevance in the public eye does fuel you. And unfortunately, it seems like Shakilla is one of those people who just cannot stay away from us speaking about her every other week. Like there's always something going on. And I don't know, maybe it's just who she is. And at this moment, we're just like, you know what? Do what you got to do, boo. It's your life. However, I do want to take away that story of her speaking about the number of men she slept with, which is 97, and the fact that she's turning celibate, or at least for like 40 days, she's not gonna indulge in sexual activities. I think it's a good message for people to speak about addictions, because a lot of people look at sexual addiction as a joke, like as just an excuse for you to gallivant and to sleep around and just to be a dirty person in general, and be associated with that energy of sexuality. However, her coming into her own space and speaking about her own this particular truth can help a lot of people actually realize that, oh yeah, actually it is a problem. I may be sleeping with this many people simply because I do have a problem, and then start to reevaluate themselves, start to talk to the right people, start to examine their actions. It's important for us to speak such messages. In all honesty, I do commend her for this. Do I think it's the best way she phrased it? Maybe not. You could have phrased it better. You could have made it what do you call it, like a social challenge for people. You're like, guys, by the way, I know a lot of people are struggling with such and such. I would like for us to try and see how long we can go without involving ourselves sexually, and make it a social calling, make it a cause that people can follow. Phrasing it like this just makes you again sexualize yourself, and makes you come off as a bit of a been around girl, which again is perfectly fine. We to each their own, but make it a cause, make it something people believe in, make it something people
Can relate to.
associate with clean, or associate with resolution, or associate with, what's the word, rehabilitation. That's the word I'm looking for. Rehabilitation. I like it. Keep doing what you're doing, and start to phrase yourself in a better way. Try and keep this eloquence that you've started off more. Let's see that, a lot more of that. Either way, do what you gotta do, girl. And you and KRG, mad, live your best life, live your best life. Now moving on to someone